Hi all. This is our second day in Amsterdam. In background you can see Ibis Hotel. That's where we stayed overnight. This hotel is near to Central Station. There are lots of benefits if you find a stay near to Central Station. I will come to that later on. I will give you a brief history of Amsterdam. In 13th century, a dam was built across Amstel River. Then it started called as Amsterdam. Then eventually it's known as Amsterdam. In 17th century, Dutch started focusing on spice business. At the same time, they focused on slave business as well. That brought a lot of money to Amsterdam. This century is known as Golden Age of Amsterdam. That usage is a bit controversial. Okay, I will explain the benefit of staying close to Central Station. First of all, there is only walkable distance to Dam Square, Red Street, Anne Frank's house, Madame Tussauds, Royal Palace, Adams Lookout, and this is Holland 5D experience. Next benefit is transportation. If you want to get around in Amsterdam, you can find tram, buses, and metro from the center station. And you can get a canal cruise too. Okay, we will come back to history. We were talking about Dutch Golden Age. Around this time, they spent a lot of money for the construction of grand canals and a lot of canals around the city. But this money brought a problem too. English, French, and Germans had an eye on this wealth. They attacked the Dutch, and Amsterdam came under their rule for a while. After a few years, they got independence and they had a democratic system. By 18th century, Amsterdam came under Dutch monarch. At the moment, same like in England, Netherlands is under both democracy and monarchy. Last night, we went to Red Light Street, but as usual business was going on, video was not recommended at that time. So I have decided to go back to Red Light Street again today to get some footage. At the moment it is 7 o'clock morning and shops and cabins are not open, so we are allowed to take some video. When Amsterdam started growing as trading center of Europe, that brought a lot of ships from different parts of the world. This made prostitution grow in the city. In 16th century, there was a great protest against prostitution when Orthodox Christianity developed in Europe. But by 17th century, when the Golden Age came, there was a great boom in prostitution. Yesterday, this street was fully packed with tourists when we went to Red Light Street. I showed you this kind of a shop yesterday in my video. This is a cannabis shop. You will get cookies, brownies, different kind of cannabis items. You can see a green leaf symbol, which means that contain cannabis. The cannabis shops are called coffee shop in Amsterdam. Don't mix it up with the cafe. Cafe is the normal place for coffee and tea. Now we reached in the Red Light Street. It was fully packed with the tourists yesterday. Now it is completely empty. By 18th century, prostitution became a bit more professional in Amsterdam. New brothels were started, which means sex clubs, which had red lanterns lit outside the building. By this way, these streets got that name, Red Light Street. You can see some cabins with red curtain. Since 19th century, prostitutes were not allowed to come outside the building and canvass people. Since then, the cabin system has developed. The red light is on means the client can go in. By 20th century, there is a great protest against these kind of streets. Around 5 sex workers got murdered brutally during this time. This was one of the reasons forced government to make prostitution legal in Amsterdam. The aim was to reduce exploitation and give legal support to the workers. Nowadays, they have unions. This job is considered as a profession like all other professions. Next place I'm going to visit is Dam Square. It is only 5 to 10 minutes walk. The next advantage when you stay close to Central Station is this food street. You can try international food cuisines from here. Food is a little bit expensive in Amsterdam. If you are on a budget trip, there are some McDonald's, KFC and some supermarkets. I will show you the name of the supermarket later on. As it is morning, you can see this street is completely empty. After some time, it will be jam-packed. This will be the situation of the street after some time. You can see Amsterdam flag, which is black and red, with the 3 crosses. Albert Heijn is one of the supermarkets in Amsterdam. You will get snacks, coffee, tea, sandwiches in reasonable price. Now we have reached to Dam Square. You can see Madam's Tussauds straight ahead and Royal Palace on your right hand side. You can see some pigeons as well. After some time there will be loads of pigeons and there is a chance for feeding them. Don't miss it out. Now I am going back to the Central Station. Actually, Amsterdam is a cycle-friendly city. There are loads of parking spaces for the bikes. According to data, each city dweller has at least 2 bikes in Amsterdam. One is to go to work and other one is for leisure. They use the less expensive one to go to the work because cycle theft is very high in Amsterdam. These people are not tourists, they are going for work. Okay, we decided to do some cycle rides as well. The lady in the reception asked whether we need any cycle insurance. But we were planning to do only half an hour ride, so we said no. But when we brought the cycle back, she was not happy because she said one of the bike has got some damage. But we didn't do any proper inspection when we took the bike. So for safe side, I recommend go for insurance. I think it cost only €5 or something. If you're planning to hire the bike for a long time, you should take the insurance because it will cover the theft. I'll come back to the history. In First World War time, Netherlands was not part of any side. Therefore, they were not got attacked at all. They took the same position at the time of World War II. But the story was different this time. Holland was attacked by Hitler and they did surrender. During this period of time, sadly, almost 78% of Jews in Amsterdam got killed. However, around 10,000 of Amsterdam Jews saved their life by hiding with the help of local people in Amsterdam. Anne Frank and her family also did hide in Amsterdam with the help of local people. But unfortunately, after a couple of years, they were captured by Nazi Germans and were taken to concentration camps. The only person who escaped at the end of the war was her dad. All others in the family were died in the camp. The picture I showed you on the video is a real picture of Anne Frank's diary, which got published in later years and became world famous. When I visited this place, I really felt sad. Actually, I'm not very good with books. As soon as I open the book, I fall asleep. But I did listen the audiobook. If you get a chance, you must listen or read this book. It is really heart-touching. I will tell you a secret. One of my friends told me, if you want to go to gym, you should listen an audiobook. So that's the reason I started listening this audiobook. I did listen only when I was doing the gym. That means every day, at least 45 minutes, I listen this audiobook. The interest in the book make me going to the gym in next days. I did listen the story in Audible. I will leave the Audible link in the description if you want to listen Audible for 30 days for free. It is time to wind up the second day. Tomorrow is our last day in Amsterdam, so we are planning to go to the countryside of Holland. If you like this video, consider to subscribe my channel.